So he said he was going to start immediately. Listen, I didn't know it was going to be this fast, guys. Let's check it out. This is the ICE raids going on in Boston, all right?
It's taking place in many parts of the country, including the sanctuary city of Boston. That's where Bill Malutian went on an exclusive right along with ICE, and Bill joins us now to tell us what he found and what he saw. Bill, good morning.
Bill, good morning to you as well. In the early days of this new Trump administration, ICE officials tell me they're taking what they call a worst first approach, meaning they're going to target the worst of the worst criminal alien offenders first. Well, we were given exclusive access to join the elite ICE team right here in Boston as they go into sanctuary jurisdictions and enforce immigration law.
You know, that's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't have a heart for those, for people that's been here their whole life and, you know, hasn't done anything wrong besides, you know, cross the border to try to make a better future, you know? But the way they said that just now, who would be against that? Honestly. And I know there's going to be the argument, we don't trust them, who knows, you know, they're going to say this, but they're going to do that. But if we just take it at face value of what they say they're going to do, who would be against it? If you are in a neighborhood and there are criminals making your life and your family unsafe, why would you want them there? Answer that one for me.
Good morning, everyone.
It's a frigid 5 degrees in the pre-dawn hours just outside of Boston, where this team of elite ICE officers is briefing on their targets for the day.
We're going to be targeting some extremely violent offenders today.
Within moments, the officers are on the move, with eyes on their first target.
Looks like we got movement, target vehicle coming out.
They quickly take him into custody. He's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he's an MS-13 gang member wanted in El Salvador for aggravated murder. And he has an Interpol red notice out for his arrest.
We are targeting very violent threats to our community.
I'm not going back to Haiti.
One of those threats is this illegal alien from Haiti. ICE says he's a gang member with 17 criminal convictions in recent years.
Again, let's take a moment, guys, and let's separate the law-abiding worker that comes here just wants a better future, and then compare that and contrast that to 17 criminal convictions and you're still in the country. If I know I'm not supposed to be here, I'm going to be on my best behavior. I'm going to do what I can do. I'm going to have myself my own curfew because nothing good happens after 12 o'clock, they say, right? I'll be inside of my house drinking a beer with my family. That's about it. 17 criminal convictions, and then these sanctuary cities or states are harboring them and hiding them. Who wins in that? Who does that benefit?
So, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
ICE Boston quickly takes down its next targets, including this illegal alien from Brazil who has an Interpol red notice for armed robbery. This Salvadoran illegal alien charged locally with rape and released by a sanctuary jurisdiction.
Señor, ¿cómo se llama?
And this Dominican illegal alien charged with assault with a deadly weapon and heroin trafficking. Officers also arrested this Guatemalan MS-13 gang member facing gun charges. ICE says,
and like I said, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this is all that happens, right? I'm not going to pretend. Let's not be fools and pretend this isn't like a publicity stunt. Yes, they're doing their job at the same time, but notice the fact that there are cameras. Notice the people that they're choosing to arrest on camera, at least. Okay? Let's not be fooled by, you know, they're taking criminals. Let's understand the story they're trying to spin at the same time. But if all that's true, how can you be mad at it? How can you have a problem with it? Tell me. I just don't get it. Unless you just believe, you know, it benefits immigrants who are fleeing those bad situations to have these criminals living in their neighborhoods. Because let's be real. Hispanics stick together. I've seen that my whole life. Hispanics, especially when they first come to America, they stick together. So those exact same people who are fleeing those bad situations, these people are falling right behind them to create the same situations again.
As he was released from local custody just the day before, their detainer request was ignored because of sanctuary policies. And in a sign of shifting priorities with the new Trump administration, This man, who was in the same apartment as the target, was also arrested after ICE determined he's also in the U.S. illegally.
We weren't even looking for him.
This is what ICE calls collateral.
So you guys got your main target just now, but you got somebody else. What just happened?
So our main target was released by a sanctuary jurisdiction, not honoring a detainer. That person was released back into the community, and when we went to go find him, he's with somebody else who was previously removed from the United States. So he's going to go today too.
And I think I said something about this in the last video, maybe, or maybe I just watched it and I said it to myself. The same things that they're trying to avoid, which is, you know, having the abuelas and the kids, you know, separated from the moms and dad that are just working everyday people at this point. That's the same exact situations that they're going to create, because now they have to go into the neighborhoods. And what did I just say? And look at that. They are going to be together. And if they're there to pick up the criminal and then they catch this guy there who's just, you know, doing his 9 to 5, working his job, they're going to pick him up too. So they're trying to protect the criminals. And by protecting the criminals, they also screw over the people they're truly trying to protect. Come on now. Hey, what are you doing? Did you subscribe yet? How about that like button? It's again very lonely and you haven't hit it yet. Come on, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe for me, all right? Let's get back to the video.
And that is exactly what Border Czar Tom Homan has warned would happen.
When we find the bad guy, he's probably with others that are in the United States illegally.
Yep.
They may not be a criminal priority, but we're not walking away from them.
ICE Boston says they will continue to go into sanctuary jurisdictions and do their job.
Today was a good day. Today we took several significant public safety threats out of our communities. Unfortunately, a lot were released by sanctuary policies, but we're here to tell the Commonwealth and the rest of the country that we're going to find them whether they're released or not.
And guys, shortly after we finished filming, ICE Boston told us they arrested 2 more targets in other parts of town away from our cameras. One of those targets is a previously deported Honduran illegal alien who was arrested for raping a woman while putting a gun in her mouth. The other target they got is a Haitian man who first flew into the United States in 2023 as part of President Biden's controversial migrant flights mass parole program. Well, they just picked him up yesterday because he's been arrested locally for sexual assault. We'll send it back to you.
Bill Malugin, it was fascinating to watch all of that. I think I was just saying to Bill, this is terrible for Joe Biden and the legacy that he tried to leave behind. A question from me, how soon will they actually be leaving the country? Does that take a long time?
It depends what country they're from. If they're from cooperable countries like El Salvador, Guatemala, countries like that,
Yes, I'm pretty sure they'll be very happy to take back their rapists and their murderers. I know I can't say that word. Oh my gosh, they're rapists and their murderers. They're very happy to accept them back to their communities and put them in jail and have to feed them and house them. Come on now.
It can be quick. It can be within days or weeks. If it's countries that are harder to deport, countries that don't cooperate with the U.S. as much, it can go into a process of months. But the Trump administration is changing policies with something
We'd have to, chances are we'd be paying for them to take them back. Let's be honest.
called expedited.
Listen, I don't want them here. I don't want criminals terrorizing, you know, neighborhoods and gang members from other countries. I don't want the gang members that belong to this country here. But let's be real.
Expedited removal. The bottom line is people at home don't need to understand all the policies. The Trump administration is just going to work as fast as they can to get all the people you just saw on camera there out of the country as fast as possible. They're also going to use their State Department, now led by Marco Rubio, to put pressure on countries that don't cooperate with the U.S. as much when it comes to those deportations.
Bill, just two points of clarification here. It seems a lot of these crimes are associated with sex crimes. I'm just looking at the list a bit earlier today.
The worst first.
I don't know if that generally is the case or not. And second, if Boston's a sanctuary city, how are they allowed to do this? Because we told there would be resistance.
Like he says that, like he expects the SWAT team to be there saying, federal government, leave our lands. Like they can't. That's their jurisdiction. So it's not, maybe he's just going to say it.
Boston doesn't have to cooperate with ICE, but there's nothing they can do to stop ICE from coming into their city and enforcing the law. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. And that's the point ICE makes to us is, look, they don't have to cooperate with our detainer requests. They don't have to tell our officers when they're releasing somebody from jail. But we're going to do our job. We have our intel guys out in the field.
They don't have to tell them when they're being released. What they could do is end up releasing the person back into the community after they do something like that, right? First off, why are you getting out of jail after being, charged with something like that? First off, but they release them back into the same communities, and then innocent people, they go to jail too.
We have people with eyes all over the place, and we're going to snatch those guys so they can make ICE's job more difficult, longer, and more dangerous, but it's not going to stop ICE from doing the job, guys. The bottom line is ICE says it's safer for everybody involved if locals would just hand these guys over in jail once they're arrested, but they don't. They let them out onto the streets. They don't tell ICE about it, so ICE has to spend a lot of resources gathering intel, finding these guys, and then going out into the community to do arrests, which could be dangerous. You saw that combative Haitian man, and then you saw in the case of that one MS-13 member, his friend got snagged. They weren't even looking for him. They were looking for the MS-13 guy. They picked him up because a sanctuary jurisdiction released the MS-13 guy. ICE found him and then found the guy who was in the apartment with. They found out he was an illegal alien as well. So now he's going to be deported too.
Wow.
Amazing. Bill Maloogian, thank you so much.
That's the truth. Collateral damage. By protecting people who are clearly criminals, the individuals that are here just simply trying to make a better future ends up going down for it too. Let me know what you guys think. Am I too harsh? I think I'm being pretty fair here to say, even if they were Americans, you wouldn't want them in your neighborhood. So let's be real. Even if they belong here, you wouldn't want them in our neighborhoods, much less the fact that they're not here legally. They have been vetted. They're some of them, well, at least in this case, wanted for murder in their home country. And they run to America. Let me know what you guys think, all right? I'm going to leave it there. The video is basically done. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe, all right? See you guys in the next one. Peace.